Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Natgas. Sorry, I need to laugh when I see this chart. I'm sorry that I can't give you any more positive outlooks because it's still not turning around, and it just falls into in a death spiral, really. But okay, hopefully we're not going to get there. Hopefully we're going to see this wave 4 soon that we've been waiting for. But again, there is still no signal. By the way, let me take that trend line out. Maybe we can find another way to highlight something on the chart that could give us a signal when it happens, because if you're just buying now, you need to know that you're just trying to catch the falling knife. And I added a small position, I think last week. It's my first Natgas position, weighted all the way down here with the intention to start to scale in really, really low. But yeah, I'm not really aggressive yet. I want to wait for a signal that it's turning around. At the moment, it's just, I think it's close to the low, but especially when we compare it to, you know, where we come from. I mean, this thing has dropped from here around about $10. I mean, we've got a drawdown of around 75%, which is, and it is in this ideal support area for a wave 2. Yeah, so I mean, as I said before, theoretically, we don't need that 4 and 5. It has dropped down enough in this wave 2 because we have this 5-wave move in a diagonal pattern into June 22, and then here this ABC structure down. Again, there are different ways of drawing this, different scenarios possible. It's also possible to see all of this just as an ABC. I did talk about that in the last video. And then have here a 1-2 setup, here a 3, here a 4, and a long 5. That's of course possible as well. And in this scenario, we might not need the wave 4 and the wave 5. It's just different ways of counting it. There is at the moment no way of, let's say, knowing. Yeah, we don't have a crystal ball, as you know. But first of all, I wanted to show you here again for the wave 2. These key fib levels, and we have come down now to that 88.7% fib level, and you can see how relevant those fib levels are. Let me just draw that, try to draw that very accurately. Don't really want to have any inaccuracies because I didn't pick the accurate high or low, but it seems to be okay. Yeah, we've come down here to that 244 level, which is the 88.7 fib. We have a small reaction to it, but not much more. I mean, this is another level where a turnaround has normally a high probability, especially in a wave 2, which is the 88.7 fib. I mean, that's where we are now, and ideally it's turning around. Now, what we can draw here is possibly a descending wedge. That's going to be an interesting one. Oops. And this could certainly break to the upside from here. But again, without a signal, I can't tell you if it will. Be aware that the so-called descending wedge is generally a so-called bullish pattern, but it's still quite steep. I think it's steeper than it ideally would be. Nevertheless, you know, it shows normally a slight reduction in downward momentum, and that's exactly what we see if we look at the indicators here. The 4-hour, for example, you've got a bullish crossover. Also very interesting here. Yeah, if you look at this, sometimes you can get also here like triangles on the indicators. Yeah, so again, we are heading here into an apex as well, so a breakout here could give you a clue as well, ideally to the upside. Yeah, that we get a breakout. But yeah, you can see that the MACD is having a bullish crossover here, also bullish crossover on the 4-hour RSI, and a bullish divergence that we can see. So we're obviously making clearly lower lows on the price chart and higher lows on the RSI, but we're still at a very, very low level. Yeah, and it's clearly in the bearish range. And if you zoom out a little bit, what we really need to do, we need to get above 50 of this 4-hour RSI. As long as we stay below 50, we are in a downtrend. It has bearish implications. So ideally, we move all of this into the area between 50 and 70 and maybe higher. Then we can also look at it from a more bullish point of view, but at the moment there is no signal. Maybe throughout the week, but as I said to you, this is still primed overall to drop lower. I mean, I'm currently waiting for either a wave 4 and then a wave 5, or further drops down. If we turn around now, I'd be surprised if we already finished this move. And the reason is that the monthly MACD is still so bearish, and we've only just entered the bearish range on the monthly RSI. Here on the MACD, this is not slowing down on the monthly either. It's just heading down. So very, very bearish implications. And I'm going to observe that closer for you over the next few days. I will keep you updated nearly on a daily basis, as you know. And yeah, we can all be looking forward for this turnaround, because it should be quite a bit of a rally. I mean, if it turns around, it should get into the region. Let me just put those fibs for you on the chart again. This is, of course, depending on what kind of wave count it is, but based on this wave count, this wave 4 should get into the region between 350 pretty much and 466. 466 would sort of be the maximum the wave 4 should do. It should ideally not move any higher. If it does move any higher than 466, we have to assume that a low was possibly already in. So, which means, you know, either way, either if the wave 2 is finished here or it will be finished down here somewhere, after that we should see a third wave. So that means in the third wave, we should rally above the wave 1, which means we should see $10 prices plus. Now also that is not going to happen in a few weeks. It will take time to get there, but it means a lot of pressure for our wallets and, you know, due to high heating bills probably. Okay, that's my update about Natgas. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.